Hey, good day, good day. These are 1/80th of an ounce. Thank you for the like. Okay, take these over to the lid. Okay, get some more lead in there. Okay, we'll see how many of these poured out here. We got almost all of them. And those are little bitty jig heads. These are 1/80th of an ounce. These are number 10 the mustad hooks. Welcome in, everybody. Let me see, make sure to get the comments. I don't know if there's any comments coming. Oh, there are some comments coming through. Oh, wow, we got a couple of them. Hey there, Brett from Canada. Hey there, Chris. 1/8 popular size for you. Yeah, 1/8 is popular. We get these are 1/80th though. These are super small. Here, I have one right here. If I could pick it up. It is tiny. Yeah, these are small. We do get a few orders for 1/80th of an ounce. Hey there. Is that Mert? Hello, hello. We had been using for the 1/80th. We had gone through some eagle claw hooks, and these here are all mustads here. Okay, I know I have a couple of misses here. So I get comments all the time, why do I pour that bead over the top? And it's so I can do this here. There we go, that will go back in the pot. This is the one I just did a while ago. Some of these will get painted up tomorrow. I'm going to try to pour up a couple hundred of these. These are number 10s. These are number 10 hooks. Occasionally I'll use a number 12, but on a custom order, but for the website we use number 10s. And we do have round hooks that are number 10, and sometimes we'll get custom orders. They want, round jigs with round hooks. But these are sickle hooks. For the most part, the majority of everything on our site has sickle hooks, except the walleye jigs. Those are done with steelhead hooks. Occasionally I get all the cavities, but most of the time I'm missing a cavity. That one only got 5 of them on that one. As the mold gets warmer, and it'll get easier to pour. I hardly ever use the number 1 cavity on here. It just the hook doesn't set right all the time in there. Oh, good, Wayman. I'm gonna try to go out tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get any good coverage. I'm not going to be out on the boat because we're going to get some 20-25 mile an hour winds. Today we're getting some really big gusts. We're getting like 30-35 mile an hour winds. And I could catch them out there like that in the boat, but it's like I'll be struggling to keep the boat, the way I want it. Missed a couple here too. Missed a bunch. Oh, good. Fish on the dock, that's always good. Oh yeah, yeah, that's good. Oh, hello. Yep, thank you guys for coming in. Esta es para la pescado. These are 1/80th of an ounce. Really small. Okay, let's break some of these off. Here we go. Again, these are 1/80th with size 10 hooks. We'll try to get a bunch of these poured up today. That's a bad one there. It's going to be hot today. We're going to be about 90 degrees here. And then tomorrow we're going to be about 70 degrees. Tuesday I'm going to try to get the boat out. I'm going to try to get the boat out on Tuesday. There's not supposed to be a whole lot of wind. And I will try to live stream. I will try to go live. There we go, because we have to get cleaned off. And again, these are 1/80th of an ounce, super small. Oh, I don't know. Tomorrow I'm thinking maybe I'll be out around 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm hoping to get out and go do some fishing in the morning. So I'll probably go live around, I don't know, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Go find me a spot to go. I'll be bank fishing tomorrow, so I won't be out on the boat. got a couple of those. Around 8:30 till noon. Will they slowed up for you? Yeah. There's a couple of places I may go to. We will see, we will see. I'll try to bring some home to clean up. Okay, let's see how many I missed. I know I did the quick run, the quick pour like I do with the 16th ounce. Yep, and I knew I missed a bunch of them there. So when I do the 16th ounce that way, I can get a bunch of them. This I got with the 80th, I got to get it right in the cavity, right from the nipple to the mouth. No pun intended, I just realized that. I guess you call it the spout. The spout. Oh, we did. We were looking for them today. My wife and I were looking for mushrooms today. We went walking on this trail out here on Ulaga Lake. And we were looking for mushrooms. We didn't find a single one. We've never found a mushroom. We always, see other people on Facebook getting them, but fish fry tomorrow, that sounds good. I know I'm going to get some tackle store orders this week. They sold a lot of them at Tackle Bandit yesterday. Again, these are 1/80th of an ounce, super small, teeny tiny. probably do some 1/32 here in a little bit. Hey there, Remington. Thank you there. And here we go. Thank you a bunch. Oh, really? 58 of them? Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you there, Berg. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. We went to church this morning. We had a good time there. It was good. Palm Sunday. That's what today is. Happy Palm Sunday, everybody. Happy Palm Sunday. Yeah, next week being Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. Yeah, get their Easter best. I went to church today in shorts. I'm like, that's the first time I've ever gone to church in shorts in years. I'm like, I don't care. Hey, Crappy Man. I'm doing up some 1/80th ounce. I've had this mold for almost 15 years. This is the very first mold I bought. Back then, I think I spent like $80 or $90. Well, basically $90 with the shipping and everything. I don't know what this mold would run now. They have this considered as a specialty mold now with Do It. I think it runs about 120, 130 now. Okay, that gives me enough to last me a couple of weeks worth. So we're going to switch on up to 1/32 ounce here in just a bit. Yeah, 180. Yep, drop a like, drop a share. Well, did you catch many fish, Crappie Man? I don't know if you're still in here. I was watching you earlier. You're out in a boat. It looked like you were bass fishing. You're probably just like me. You fish for everything. Yeah, these are 1/80th of an ounce. Okay, gonna find me a cup for these. There we go. That's her 1/80th. And I think we got probably 60, maybe 100 in there. I don't know. Those will be going into a little compartment here in a bit. Now we're going to get these hooks boxed up. And we're going to pull out some number 6 hooks. Okay, let's get the other mold ready. Get all the lead out of there. One 30 seconds. Here we go, we got it on the picture. Tried a lot of flights today, including okay. Well, that's pretty cool, Burke. Burke. So is Burke your real name? Or is that your last name? I've never met anybody named Burke. Now, I've had friends in the past that their last name is Burke. I had a friend named Lee Burke, Amy Burke. that's a better shot there. Guys, again, thanks for coming in. I'm just pouring up some lead. These are 1/32 ounce on number 6 hooks. Make sure to tap up the likes, also the hearts. Oh, okay. Is it like bark? Bark. Bark. Make up your bed, Burke. Take out the trash, Burke. Oh, okay. Hey there, Ritty. How's it going there? These here again are 1/32 ounce. Yeah, I'll show you guys something here. Don't drop the phone in there, Rube. And I take the fork, I'll skim off the top. We used to own a restaurant years ago. I always wondered if some of the wait staff were skimming off the top. Okay, we're going back down here. Flip it around. Oh, that's fine there. No, yeah, I wouldn't put them in here. There's no telling what's going to happen. That's what we started out with today. Okay, so I'm cleaning these off. Again, these are a 1/32, and what size are these? These are a 1/16 ounce. We do also make some with eyes too. Make some with eyes. I'm surprised we have 70 people in here. I do appreciate everybody in here. Make sure to tap up the likes, the hearts, and make sure to subscribe. These here again are 1/32 ounce. They'll get cleaned off a little bit more. They'll get painted, and then they'll get tied up. I doubt I'm going to fill this whole thing up. I'll try to do about as much as I can handle on the 30 seconds. We got to do some 16th ounce pill heads too. It's not an emergency or anything like that, but I just try to stay stocked up. This again is a 1/32 ounce mold. Am I missing the comments again? I haven't seen a single comment come in like 10 minutes. Okay, let me switch it back. Okay, there we go. I know I'm not doing a lot of talking. I gotta put in a hook order tomorrow. These again are 1/32 ounce if you're just coming in. We do have a website. We have over 200 items on our site. Right now we do have our 7-foot crappie pole on sale. We do have a catfish pole. We have circle hooks, buy one get one free. Circle hooks. Not want to come out. We are out of northeast Oklahoma, a little town called Claremore. Make sure to subscribe too. I try to go live about every day. A lot of times I'll go live here on YouTube 2-3 times a day. I don't have a set time or anything like that. We do have a business here, so a lot of times we'll have customers coming in. I can't tell a customer, hey, do not come here at 2 p.m. Cannot tell customers that. You could come here, but do not come at 9 a.m. I go live. I do my flow show at 9 o'clock in the morning. And thank you so much, Remington. I can't believe this. We didn't have a single order come in yesterday. Normally Saturdays are really good for us. Not a single order came in yesterday. This here is what you call the sprue. Just a wasted piece of lead. That'll go back in the pot. Again, I do appreciate everybody coming in. I'm gonna go get me a drink in a little bit. Yep, thank you there, Remington. Good, we're getting it. Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink. Okay. Take a little break. Go to Grandma's cabin this Easter, cross-country ski. There's too little snow. You guys need some more snow then, don't you? I have only been skiing skiing one time. I've been snowboarding a bunch, and that was when I was in my early 20s. And I was probably 19, 20 years old when I went skiing. And we were in, I think, North Carolina. Back then I was single. I had a girlfriend up there, and we went skiing, or we tried to go skiing. She skied okay. I did not ski okay. I was afraid of tumbling and all that. But later on, a few years later, I went to college out in California, and our college was in the mountains. I went to Calvary Chapel Bible College. Now it's Calvary Chapel University. And we were up in the mountains and got to go snowboarding up there. That was fun. It wasn't as steep, but I had a good time. It's kind of like surfing or skateboarding. And then later on that day, a couple hours later, we went, we say down the hill, down the mountain, and we got to go surfing that day. I think we went I think it was like Newport Beach, I think we went to. Newport Beach. There we go, a little bit closer. But we do have 7 different sizes of lures. We do a 1/80th, a 64th, 32nd, 24th, 16th, 8th, and a quarter. And if you do order like a 32nd, 16th, or an 8th, we get those orders out really fast. All other orders may take a day or two to get out. We get everything out pretty fast. But we try to keep the 32nd, 16th, and 8th in stock. We did add a couple of new colors this last week. We added the Bayou Bug and also the June Bug. We got a June Bug jig on our site now. Ooh, mama. Can't have that happening. We don't really do much on Easter here. We don't do a whole lot. When I was a pastor at a church, we would do we'd have our Easter service and have like a potluck, but now we don't really do anything. We don't have a lot of family here. A lot of my family's in Texas. And in Texas, we do a barbecue. We do all kinds of good stuff. Which they still do them there. We're going to be back in Texas in July. Back in Texas in July. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of people in here today. Yeah, yesterday I poured lead and we only had maybe 1 or 2 people in here. I went ahead and switched channels, and I think on the other channel we had like, I don't know, 200 to 400 people in there for a while. We got 17 likes. I appreciate that. You know, I've never had 100 likes in here. I've never had 100 likes. I'm not trying to manipulate you to like me, but I'm just letting you know. One day I'll hit 100 in here. Yeah, you're one of those 2 people, yeah. Well, thank you so much, Bert. I may get us an iPhone here pretty soon. I don't know. We'll see. My wife just got a new iPhone, and I like some of the different things you can do on her phone. Right now I have a Samsung. It's only about, I'd say about 3 years old, maybe 4. It's an S22. Yeah, if you're just popping in again, these here are 1/32 ounce. We did some 180s here a while ago. go. That's our 1/32 ounce. Again, these look like this. They'll get painted up, and then we'll tie and put some tails on them. We do also make some lures with eyes too, like that. We do also make some lures with eyes. I've been on for over an hour already. It's not that hard to pour lead. I know some states that they're kind of heavy regulated, but here in Oklahoma we get to do them, and very fortunate to do pretty good with our business. Again, these are 1/32 ounce. Okay, you guys want to watch me paint some jigs? I got some ready to paint. I may move over to the painting section and start painting some up here in a bit. Yeah, let's get ready to start painting some heads. I'm going to put these, I'll leave these over here. Put these over here. We're going to pour out some of the excess lead. I don't like leaving my pot full, or I like leaving it about a third, you know, at pretty much 30% capacity. So we're going to take our ladle over here. Start scooping up the lead and putting it in here. get the lid a little warmer. Go. I'll probably pour some more lead sometime this upcoming week here. I'm going to take this and we're going to paint some heads here in a little bit. Man, I had a bunch in there, didn't I? Painting time, painting time. And man, do I got a bunch of heads to paint. That's enough. Flip the switch. Okay. Get it up here. You have to go. Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody. This is my little shop here that I have. I got a mess over there, but over there we have our material. And then we have our jigs over there. I got fishing line hanging from the rafters. So let me go grab the mic and let me get some of these heads out of the way over here. We did a bunch of heads yesterday. We did the 16th, the 1/8 ounce. We did a bunch of heads yesterday. These are the 80s over here. Let me go grab my mic. Okay, so we're going to take this off the clamp. We're going to take us over to the painting section. There we go. mic hooked up? Just out of the way. Okay, we're going to do a bunch of little bitty heads here. These are going to be 180s. I'm going to make a bunch of the split fire jigs. These are with a little bitty 1/80th ounce with our old hooks that we had, a little bit smaller. Well, that's what that looks like right there. I don't know if you can see it that well, but that's a 1/80th of an ounce. Yeah, the split fires, yeah, Wayman likes them. For some reason, the size of the hook changed. I don't know why exactly, but I don't know if that's because at Mustad they do make they do have some of their hooks made in China, and they're still really good hooks. But I don't know, there's just a little bit difference of the size. And then again, I don't know if this box just got mislabeled. These are a little bit smaller of a hook. We're going to paint a bunch of these black. So I'm dipping them in a powder coat after I heat up the head. Again, that's it's black right there. There we go. These will go into the oven here in just a little bit. I almost bet that these hooks got mislabeled, because they do say size 10 on there. These aren't the same size as the ones I just poured that say they're number 10. But they do catch crappie, they catch bluegill, trout. But these, we're going to put the split fires on the website this week sometime. We had this issue a few years back where there was a discrepancy of the hook size, but they never, our wholesaler never really, figured it out. Customers didn't complain or anything. They just, we're happy to get jigs, you know. But it does make a difference. I mean, I see the hooks every day. Somebody could throw a hook down and I could pretty much nail it as far as telling them what size hook it is. Oh, thank you there, Wayman. Oh yeah, they're pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, that was the first. He has the only split fire mystery jig box out there. He has the only mystery jig box with spinners too. A whole 6 dozen spinners. Well, again, that's 1/80th of an ounce. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go with some gold. If I go gold, now let's go pink. We'll go pink, 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 pink. Pink's always a good color. There we go. Sometimes these little ones are really hard to paint, and so I do try to keep the paint out of the eyes. Sometimes you just can't help but getting any on there. Usually on the light colors, I can keep the paint out of the eyes, unless I just slip up and dunk the whole head in there. Like that one. Accidentally dunked the whole head in there. Yeah, these are teeny tiny. These would be great for fly fishing too. Appreciate everybody in the channel. These again are 1/80th of an ounce, super small. Okay, I'm going to switch colors up. Okay, this one's going to be Dragonfly. Do a couple in this color. These little split fires, they're so small that they'll end up looking, they'll be about as big as a housefly or, a horsefly or housefly. And again, they're super small. Some of these, I may take them out and fish with them this week. We're going to go from that to a bigger head here in just a bit. I noticed we sold a lot of the Assassins at Tackle Bandit. That's a difference in the size. This is a 1/8 over here, and that's a 1/80th. We can use our 1/80ths for fly fishing. We got a lot of people that do that. Yeah, I'll post these. I don't know. I'm going to post the black ones on. The black ones that I do, I am going to post those on. I don't know if we're going to do another color right away, but we'll see. We're going to put the black ones on. Black is a really good color in these parts. And so we'll do the black split fire jigs. We may go with the like a red tail on there and just see how that works. Hey Mary, how's it going there? These are little 1/80th ounce jigs. Really small. We got a lot of people that fly fish with these. They also ice fish with them too. I will use these usually at the dock, so I'll use a size like this. Most of the time I'll use I don't use a 16th a whole lot, but I'll use a 32nd, 64th, or 1/80th. And I'll put split shot sinkers on them too, to get them to go down a little bit, faster. It's just that real small profile that gets them. They think it's a little bug or baby minnow or a tadpole or something. Okay, these are going to go in the oven. But yeah, sometime this week we're going to add the split fire jig on the website. We're just going to go with one color and see how it goes. We just can't go crazy with... We get some people that are like, why don't you put this on the website? Put that on the website. And before you know, we have all these different, profiles, and then nobody orders half of them. So that's why a lot of times we will only, we'll take off a lot of jigs every month and we'll add new colors on. Okay, so I need the bigger rack. We're going to go with some pink. We need a lot of pink heads because we sold a lot of Assassins and Thunderbird jigs this week. Collecting bugs, yeah. So we saw a lure this weekend. Again, we're at Tackle Bandit, and it's a 1/8 ounce lure. They're selling that one lure for like $8. And I'm like, man, I could make those jigs all day, and we have jigs similar to that, and we're selling like a 3-pack for like $9 or $8. And again, there's, I don't know if they're marketing towards trout or crappie or bass, but it's basically a 1/8 ounce. It had a pill head with eyes, and it looked like it was neck hackle. It's probably about a 3-inch lure,
and you could buy one for like $7.99. I thought, oh my goodness. I These again right here are 1/8 ounce. Oh, I did hit it. Yep. It looked like I knocked a little bit of paint off, and I did. Knocked a little bit of paint off of it. Oh, Stephen was telling me, if you're still in here, Mary, that he lost his wallet. I lost my wallet a couple of years ago during COVID. And man, we had to go through all these different things of me taking a picture, submitting it to get my driver's license back. And I don't know if I just left it at the convenience store or if I dropped it. I'm a little bit more cautious with what I do now. We had to cancel all our credit and debit cards and all that stuff. I had my fishing license in there too. How well do they sell? How well do they sell and made? I don't know. Are you talking about that lure I saw at the tackle store this weekend? I mean, I don't think they're, I don't know how well they're made. I know they're not made in America. I know a lot of the lures I saw there, it may be a Canadian company or a Texas company, but they're not made. They're not made in America. And some of the lures that I saw, even though they're companies from Texas, you see on the back it says made in China. We've seen companies, they'll take the barcode sticker that they place on them, they'll slap it right over that made in America and try to conceal that, that their product's made in China. Which they do have some good lures in China, but they don't have really good hand ties there. We've had a lot of samples sent to us because there's some big factory trying to mimic and copy our lure, and they want me to sell it, under our brand. A lot of times it just doesn't look good, or you can tell it's just not made good, and sometimes they're just falling apart when we open up the package. Yep, made in the USA. Yeah, we can't compete with their prices, but I'll tell you what, that one lure I saw, 1/8 ounce, and they're selling that dude for like $7.99. I thought, man, that's just wild. I don't know if they sell really well. I need to get with Nate at Tackle Band and go, hey, I can make that jig right there. sometimes when you're seeing some of these lures, they have real fancy packaging, and I can tell you in some cases that the manufacturer probably has more money or just as much money in the packaging as they do the product that's in the packaging. Again, these are 1/8 ounce pill heads. They're going to get eyes. Okay, I'm going to go turn the air up a little bit higher. It's getting warm in here. Again, these are 1/8 ounce on a number 1 hook. Thank you for the likes. I do appreciate that. We did have a tackle store order come in last week, and it didn't wipe us out, but it did take a lot of our 1/8 ounce. They beefed up on their 1/8 ounce this week. We appreciate everybody in here. I'm approaching 2 hours. This is probably one of the longest lives I've done on our YouTube channel. This is a fluid bed I'm using, and it's pretty cool. It does push the air up from the bottom, keeps the powder coat all light and fluffy. These are pink that I'm painting them. Some of them will be for the Thunderbird. Some will be for the Assassin. What else do we have? The Azul, Slab Queen. Oh, it's going to be 4 o'clock already. We did add some new colors this week. We added the Bayou Bug, and then the June Bug. Those are on the website this week. We do have almost 50 colors. I don't know if we have 50 colors all the way yet, but we're pretty close to that. Oh, well, cool. That'll be awesome there, Wayman. I hope you get some good ones there. Again, that's a 1/8 ounce. We're going to change colors here in just a little bit. I got to do some blackheads. Ooh, that was a big old truck or whatever went by. We're right next to a pretty busy road. So sometimes these semis will come by and it's like the shop will start shaking. Okay. We got pink, we got pink, pink, pink. We need some black. We gotta get some silver. Huh. Where's the gray at? Okay. Okay, we got some black there. Hang on a second. I think we got somebody here. Oh, they took off already. Oh, well. Oh, they were here. Now they're not. Okay, we're gonna do some silver. Yeah, our shiner is our top selling color on our site. Hey, we just sell a bunch. Silver head, silver body, white and silver tail. That's a very effective color. The disco color goes on a lot faster and smoother, so I'm able to paint a bunch of these pretty fast. Again, thank you everybody for coming in. That is a 1/8 ounce. Yeah, if you get the head too hot with the disco colors, your colors will start dulling up. But I try not to heat them up too hot with the disco colors. And then I do also put a clear coat over it. And that helps it to get a little extra shine on there. Makes it a little smooth too. Oh, let me see what that message says. What am I making or repairing? I'm making fishing lures. Did you know that I didn't know that. No, didn't know that. What are you talking about? Nah, I have no clue what that means. This is what I make. I make fishing lures. That's what I'm making right now. But we sell these all across the U.S. We have a few tackle stores, but we've shipped to every single state here in the United States. And in fact, we've shipped to every single continent, you know, in the world, except Antarctica. We've never shipped anything to Antarctica. Though we do have a person that's going to make a visit to Antarctica this summer, I believe. And they're going to do some fishing there. Which, I mean, I don't know how true that story is, but, you know, we'll see. I've never met anybody in person or talked to them on the phone that has gone to the Antarctic. I wouldn't say the tariffs. No, not really. No, we've still shipped stuff overseas, but, you know, they haven't affected us, you know. There are ways of getting our product to other, you know, nations or whatever, and without a huge penalty. And we don't get a lot of stuff from overseas either, so, you know, we don't have to worry as much about that as some other people do. Now our rods, you know, there's probably going to be, I got to talk to the rod factory tonight, but as far as our fishing rods and fishing line, you know, we have plenty of that stuff to last probably a year or two. So we don't have to mess and worry with that about as much. No, it's not all the U.S. Yeah, you pay 60% tariff. Where are you talking about? I mean, they're different from each country. I mean, there's companies that will pay $10 for a fishing rod to import them here. And even if they got to pay $20 for that same rod that they got maybe a year ago, they have so much profit. They have so much of a profit margin that it doesn't really affect them as much. Even though they're paying 100 to 200%, you know, a tariff on it. The EU, yeah, it's not, I mean, we've shipped stuff to, well, no, we haven't shipped anything there. Oh, we've shipped stuff to the Ukraine. We've shipped stuff to Germany a few times this last year. We've shipped to France, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, the shipping was still like $40 or whatever. It wasn't too terrible. With the customs or whatever, you know. Now you know, it's probably a little bit more now. Yeah, I'm not trying to say on our end it's not as bad. I had somebody on one of my other live streams, and this is for a different app. They were trying to argue with me, and I'm like, I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying, on our end, it's not as bad, you know. But it just seemed like they wanted to argue about it, and again, I don't want to argue, you know. Yeah, I mean, they gotta, you know, we have been, we don't, how would I say, we're not getting a really good deal here. You know, I was watching this morning that there's a country, they charge us, and this is before Trump became president, they were already charging us 133% tariff before Trump ever took office. And, you know, and it's just that way with countries. Some countries, I mean, I don't know what, you know, with their, I don't know what the issue is with it, but some countries don't. Some countries will charge us a really high tariff, and then when you look at how much we export to that country versus how much we import, it's not a really fair trade deal, you know. And that kind of stinks here for, you know, people that make stuff here in the U.S. I'm not an economist or anything like that. We just, you know, make lures and sell them. Some people don't mind paying $60 or $80 for the shipping and all that stuff that goes along with it, you know. Just how it is. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, I believe here in the U.S. we are really, truly rich as a nation, and we're blessed financially as a nation. And I know people want to dispute that, whether it be whatever race they are or whatever. I mean, I'm Hispanic, and I think we have it really good here in the U.S. versus how other countries do. And the wages that we get paid and stuff, you know, that American workers get paid, I think we're probably one of the richest nations when it comes to that. But with that being said, because they get paid a lot, our products cost a lot more. And when you're dealing with a third world nation that may not have as much, they just aren't financially blessed, and the people over in their country aren't financially blessed. It's hard for us to sell products to their country when they don't have the money and the means to buy stuff from our country. And then sometimes that's the trade dispute, and it kind of stinks, you know. But that's just part of what's going on, you know. I just work with what I got, you know. Yeah, there should be the same for all, but again, you know, people get paid differently in different countries. And I mean, there's people that get paid basically $3 a day, and they're working 8 to 12 hours a day, and that's all they're getting paid is $3. And you get people here in the U.S., you know, they get upset if they're getting paid $15 an hour, and then on top of that, they only work 8 hours a day, and then they get flustered and upset about that. But I don't know what, you know, again, the tariff should be the same. If we charge somebody 20% for tariff, they need to charge us 20%, you know. But I'll tell you on something here, and this is old man Ruben talking here, okay? And old man Ruben doesn't have a PhD anything. I can tell you back in the 1980s, we exported a lot of goods to these countries, and we've become more of a consumer nation rather than a producer nation. And I think we're starting to see within the last 15, 20 years that we're now paying for it, you know. But anyway, it's just how it is. But I mean, I can kind of see how they're doing things, and not to get too much into politics or anything. If, you know, like yesterday, we saw lures that were from a company in Texas, and I'm not going to mention their company, but the company's from Texas. But if you look at the back of the package, it says it's made in China. And then we looked at some other products, and these were bass lures, by the way. I'm not going to say what company, but then we saw another bass lure, and the company's from Canada, and again, but it's made in China. And then we saw another lure, and the company's out of Mexico, but you look at the back and it says made in China. So I can kind of see why the U.S. is in a tariff war with Mexico and Canada, because what's going to happen is we can raise the tariffs on China. Meanwhile, they can move their factory to Mexico or Canada, or they can start a company, and it could be a Canadian company, it could be a Mexican company, and they'll go ahead and import it from Mexico or Canada, but all the money's going to China, or, you know, somebody in China. So again, I'm not an economist. I'm not, you know, I'm not a financial genius or anything when it comes to government or whatever, but I kind of get the point, you know. These here are Disco Red. They're 1/8 ounce. Oh yeah, there's a lot of decor countries. There's, you know, like there's a lot of decor countries. There's a lot of shell countries. Oh yeah, I mean it's that way. It's been that way for years. But you know, the thing what we can do here in the U.S. is we could start manufacturing stuff. But the problem is when people are fighting for, you know, a $20 an hour or $30 an hour pay wage, that just ruins us there. And it kind of just stinks, you know. Again, I'm for people making more money, but, you know, we do live in probably the richest nation in the world. And I'm going to throw something at you. We have more minorities that are millionaires here in the U.S. than you know, than these countries have the same. You know, they have. If you got more people from Mexico that live here in the U.S. that are millionaires, they're not from Mexico, but they have a Mexican heritage or whatever, they'd be considered a minority. And the same way with people that, you know, are black or whatever it be. You know, there's a lot of people with money, you know. And again, I'm for people making more money, but you got a lot of people that, you know, again, there's people out there that could be producing products at a pretty affordable price. Like us, I'm not getting rich off these, but you know, we make a really good product. And the good thing about us is we have a product that the world can't compete against us. As far as people in China or people in Mexico, we have a really good product. And the good thing is we don't charge an arm and a leg for it. You know, like we saw a lure that was a 1/8 ounce, and there was only one to a package, and they're selling that booger for like $8. And here it is, we sell a 3-pack for like $8. You know, I'm not getting rich at it, but we make a really good product, and that's part of, you know, why, you know, we're America's finest, you know, as far as jigs. We probably have some of the best products out there. Yeah, so I'm not worried too much about the tariffs or anything. Yeah. Yeah, tonight I got to talk to, we do get our rods from a company, a factory out of China. And again, you know, we don't charge an arm and a leg for it. It is a really good rod. We have a 7-foot pole and a 4-foot pole. And we do have our catfish poles too. They're really good stuff. But guys, I'm going to take off, and we will see you guys later on. I'm going to take a little break. Make sure to throw a like up there. Also, make sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys again for watching. You guys have a good afternoon, and God bless you guys. You guys be good. Bye-bye.